So in conclusion, I will select Lee et al. To simulate my PVT. Okay, so we can close, click done, click done. Here, we select Lee et al. All right, and you can have this one, check use matching. So we have completed the PVT matching. Okay, so far so good. Click done. All right. So from here, from PVT matching, we can go to input. We go to tank data. Okay, now we will input the reservoir data. You can follow me. Tank type, gas, name tank 1, or we can also call it gas reservoir. Okay, gas reservoir. The temperature 249,8. The initial reservoir pressure is quite high, 10,145 or 54. The porosity 0.2, Conat water saturation 0.3, water compressibility 3, E minus 6. I mean 3 times 10 to the power of minus 6. 3 kali 10 pangkat minus 6. Okay. Now, for the original gas in place, please be careful. Our unit is BSCF, billion standard cubic feet. And the figure is 50,8518. And start of production, 1 May 1985. Okay, you can follow me. And we can uncheck everything here. All right, so far so good. Now we will perform water influx. For example, we still don't know that we have aquifer. We still don't know that we have water influx. So we select none. Okay. Rock compressibility. We can use correlation. Okay. Use correlation. And now rock compaction. We can leave it as it is. Relative permeability. Relative permeability from Corey functions. Okay. And you can follow my number here. For the residual saturation fraction, 0.3. The endpoint fraction is 0,449. Okay. And the exponent 1,845. And for the and and for the gas relative permeability, I'm sorry, 0,1, the endpoint 0,8, and the exponent is 1. Okay, you can also plot the relative permeability by clicking this button, plot. Okay, you can set them from start. We can plot KRG versus water saturation and KRW versus water saturation, like this one. So this is our relative permeability curves. Okay, close. But if you just put the number here, it's already very good. You don't need to check the plot. Okay. Now for production history, here we copy. All right, we copy our data from this spreadsheet and paste it here. I will demonstrate it to you. I will go to the Excel. All right, so this is the data sheet from Excel. Okay, I can easily copy it, Control C, and I will go back to the Embal. Okay, here the emball, and then right click paste table. All right. So now I have my production history inside the tank model. You can click validate if you want, but it's not necessary. And you can plot. All right, so you will have plot like this one. You will have reservoir pressure, the black line, and the cumulative gas production, the red line. Okay, I hope you can follow me. You can also plot other parameters like water production, remove all first, check water production. Okay. Check gas gravity, but there is no data here, right? Cumulative injection, there is no injection. So again, remove all, plot the reservoir pressure, plot the cumulative gas production. Okay, so far so good. Now we can close. Click done. So now we already have our gas reservoir model. Now we can do history matching first. All right, history matching. Go to history matching. Go to history setup. Okay, this is not really important. You can leave it as per default, 15 days. Done. History matching analytical method. Right, you can see that the data doesn't quite match with the simulation. This is the analytical simulation. These dots, these points are the data, all right? And the blue line is from the analytical simulation, and they don't match, okay? They don't match. And from here, we can say that the pressure tends to curve like this one. And we know that this is gas reservoir. So first, what comes into our thoughts, maybe this gas reservoir has aquifer. And that's why the pressure will be like this one. First, the pressure go down in quite a straight line, but then it deviates. And if you check your textbook, this is the profile for gas reservoir with aquifer, with water influx. So first, we will adjust our model. We go to finish first. We go back to the model. Now, maybe you already think about it. We select water influx. Okay, and let's say we have done evaluation study about the aquifer. We have analyzed the aquifer and we know how to model the aquifer. We go to model, and for example, after I evaluate it, I want to model my aquifer with this method, Hertz van Everdingen modified method, and the system is radial aquifer. And the reservoir thickness, for example, 100 feet, you input the reservoir thickness, the average reservoir thickness, and the reservoir radius, you ask the geologist, the reservoir radius is 4,300, and then the outer inner radius ratio, okay, the outer radius divided by the inner radius. You can open your textbook about the aquifer. You will know that you will have this parameter in Hertz van Everdingen, and the ratio is 5. And the encroachment angle, for example, is 10 degrees. Okay. And then for the aquifer permeability, for example, it is 12,5. Okay. Let's say we have done the analysis and this is our numbers. Click done. All right, now you can see there is blue color. It means that we have aquifer. Now we go to history matching.